don't even matter. My bad, y'all. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just dropped my stream on purposes, sis. But we gonna finish this off. Yeah, we didn't even get into a lot of other stuff, so we're gonna go on and just finish it off. We're gonna pick up right where we left off at, and just kick it right off.
Individuals that are very great with us and very cool with us, and then you have collectives of people. Well, they have found out that Samoans have a word for black people. They didn't know that. They thought Samoans was, hey, we rock with Samoans. Samoans are great with us, no issue, no problems. But yet they are Samoans that use a particular word for black people, and they just really hurt by that. Let's go ahead and review what this sister says.
I just want to take a moment to point out that black people finding out that Samoans have been racist against us, rather than making us angry, has really hurt our feelings. Like, black people are like, damn, I thought she was with us. Like, I thought we was like this. We didn't know. I mean, I think that all black people know that in general, everybody hates us. Everybody thinks it's funny to talk down on us. We're at the bottom of everyone's list. But this one hurt. This one hurt our feelings.
So the word they're using actually translates to black thing in relation to us. And the word they're using is meauli, M-E-A-U-L-I. That's the word they're using in relation to black people. Now, let me tell y'all something. You know, some people in the chat, like, oh, why would people always worry about how other people feel about us? Let me tell you something. I had to think about this before I made this commentary. It's not normal for people to have a mass rejection of you when you didn't do them anything. Listen, if you know you did them something, if you know your family did them something, whatever, it makes sense. Human beings, just human beings, don't do well with a lot of rejection. Rejection can make a person, you know, really lose it sometime, right? Well, let's look at black people. One thing Dr. King had talked about when it comes to racism is that he said racism is so bad because
jealousy is real.
We can't fix the issue. When somebody don't like you for the color of your skin, it's nothing you can do to change it because they don't like us as black people. And when I start realizing that no group of people as a collective of people, we talking about all of them. We ain't talking about the white supremacists. We talking about all of them. Don't really like us like that. Don't cut for us like that. Don't want us in their families. Don't want nothing like that of us. It can hurt you. You're like, wow, like what did we do to them? Like, and this would also mess with your mind. They want to be buddy and chummy with the people who took their land from them. Let's say Samoans. The white supremacists took their land from them, and they'll be cool with them, right? But you got a word for black people? Oh,
they got one for white people too. You know, I don't know if it's as bad, but at the same time, I think that's the way that I look at it, because you'd be like, dang, what did we do to like a lot of these different groups? What did we do to you that make you go, or is it just something that was handed down to you from your family? Which, you know, a lot of times that's what it be, because a lot of these people don't even be around black people, around black Americans or anything of that nature. So that's the weird thing.
Sometimes I wonder if black Americans are desperate for friends. So in turn, black Americans want to embrace everybody. Like the Samoans. If you grew up in California, lived in Inglewood, Gardena, anywhere in Los Angeles, you came across Samoans. What part of you thought that Samoans was black? Or that Samoans don't have their own word to insult blacks? So maybe you need a quick history lessons. Samoans originate from Samoa, Polynesia. They are inhabitants of New Zealand and Australia and stuff. Samoans, bro. Stay focused. They are foreigners. But again, just like how we accept the Puerto Ricans or anybody who can put on some swag and shuck and jive a little bit. But one thing about the Samoans I know, Samoans ain't never pretended to be black. Samoans always have an interesting culture, and as a black man, you can kind of get in, but not like that, bro. Because they are not letting anybody into their community. But I make this video because fighting with the Samoans in high schools, that's nothing new. If you from a gang, probably you can identify with having animosity with Samoans even more so, and understand the script, understand the assignment. But if you're just a civilian who grew up thinking pro-black and everybody loves black and I want to be friends with everybody, then you can get your feelings hurt by Samoans and their culture. Their culture has parts of anti-blackness in it, bro. What does that hurt your feelings to hear that Samoans are not niggas? Because that's the truth. That's the truth. At this point, foundational black Americans, no matter when it's being trademarked or whatever, you need to understand the assignment. It's all right to focus on black Americans and take a step back and look and say, who's these other people who don't like us? You don't got to be racist, but just be aware of what you're dealing with. Because meanwhile, little black kids, little black girls specifically, are getting beat up at high schools by Samoans in California, and the security guard, the person who's supposed to be breaking up the fight, is a Samoan. So do you think that the Samoan security guard let the little black girl get beat up or saved her? Huh? For a couple of days it was going on. Did you? It blows my mind when I think about our black people so desperate for friends that we just brainwash and thinking that everybody is our friend. Oh, The Rock. You smell what The Rock is cooking? This nigga make you think that Samoans is cool with blacks, huh?
People be going off.
So, yes, that's a fair comment. We are actually working on this, hopefully as a community. Samo. Follow Mike. So hopefully as a community that we denormalize the use of meoli and start using tangatsauli, tamauli, or taineuli. Yes, I see this comment a lot. So Fijians, yes, and Samoan and used to be just as dark as the Fijians. Reason being is in the Samoan culture, if you look at the old photos before colonization, majority of the time you see the men are much, much darker than the women. But that's because in the culture, men do all the cooking, men do all the building, the farming, and that requires you to actually be out in the sun all day. And so that's where they get their dark complexion from. But nowadays, the colonization, it's pushed a lot of our people indoors. So we have schools, we have jobs that require you to be indoors. So we've gotten lighter and lighter throughout the years. But put us back in the...
You're not going to say nothing, but what about that skin brightener y'all be using, though? Like, it's a lot of different, people that's been doing that. Like, from Indians to Samoans to Africans. It's like, what the fuck?
So, yes.
Stop trying to say that everybody is fucking black. They don't like you.
So this sister brings up some great points. I am black and Samoan, and I can sit up here and say, yes, there is racism that black people experience from non-black people without a doubt. And I'm grateful for TikTok because we get to have these kind of conversations that need to be brought up. However, taking a lot of time to study social theories in college, you start to realize at what point do we want to improve? And the reason why I'm asking for that is you have to allow room for grace. You have to allow room for something.
This is the crazy thing that get me, right, is when we say room to improve. Racist people don't want to improve. They feel like they already it. So it ain't no time to grow or a time to be different. No, it don't work like that. If they're racist, that's something they're gonna always be because that's what they is. Ain't no growing out of it. You can't grow out of racism.
type of improvement.
Like
That is
impossible.
not to say we don't call out people when they're wrong, but what is our goal? Is our goal to ostracize somebody? Is our goal to ruin relations, or is our
I can't
goal
turn up this
for our
audio. This one,
kids
his is
and
all
for
the way
us
up.
to not deal
It
with
don't
the
go up
same
no
things
louder,
that were
Pot.
set up before we came to Earth? The reason why I asked that is because it begs the question of
Let me just go to the next one since that one is low.
We're whitewashed. Of course, the only Samoan I know is cuss words.
We're whitewashed. Of course we spend all of our money on Pokemon cards.
We're whitewashed. Of course we think Saimini is a cultural food.
We're whitewashed. Of course I listen to Tate McRae. We're whitewashed. Of course I want to go to a Morgan Wallen concert instead of Samoa.
We're whitewashed. Can we split the check?
We're whitewashed. Of course we're fucking
We're whitewashed. He never told me how to speak Samoan. Samoan. Look at him.
Guys,
Try to
15
correct.
gun. They are me pen in a jar and
Now.
I edit on that one and pop it show.
Look, DM me on IG if your skin lightening soap and bleaching cream. Look, this is what they be doing, bro. They be using the why though? I don't get this, bro. Like, what's the thing about dark skin? Like, people bleaching their skin in order to, you know, be lighter, to be close, that proximity
Anybody
to
who's gonna buy a
whiteness
pop it
shit.
show, good. Now introducing him a bleaching cream and a soap. Let's see, check it out.
Before and after. These totally two different people.
Soap and the gram. The soap good to blackhead and anything. Turmeric, lightning bar. Check it out on the gram. Guys, 15 gun.
So the Samoan community is up in arms again regarding a black man getting a traditional Samoan tattoo. This was done in a photo shoot for Playboy magazine. And for those of you who don't know, this is a pe'a. It's a traditional Samoan tattoo. It's very sacred. If you want to see more of it, go on Google and you can see pictures of the pe'a. Now, as someone who is black and Samoan, I can't help but point out a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to certain positions on this topic. Samoans wholeheartedly appropriate black culture, especially when it comes to the hairstyles, the way people talk, and the music when it comes to hip-hop, reggae, etc., especially when it comes to getting Samoans to stop saying the N-word. We have public figures like J-Boog and Lala Ellsworth wearing locks, and they look cool. But I don't believe that they're practicing Rastafari or have any connection to the Caribbean or Jamaica in that sense. So where is the respect when it comes to that? So just like Samoan culture, there's a history and intention behind the different things in our culture. However, there's a lot of inconsistencies in these positions. This is Tomasi Suluape. He is a German tattoo artist, and if you go to his website and read his biography, you can see that he traveled to Samoa and Australia to be taught by a Samoan tattoo master in order to give Samoan tattoos. In one of his Instagram posts, he gave a pe'a to an Italian friend of his. Now, where is the outrage when it comes to this? Does this man know as much as Viren when it comes to Samoan culture? What does he know about Samoan people and Samoan heritage, etc.? Now, this is Viren's Instagram post. He traveled to New Zealand or Australia to get his tattoo done, and underneath this post, there are Samoans who are proud that he has a pe'a. There are Samoans who are praising him for representing Samoan culture. Now, there are no laws and policies banning Samoan tattoos, but there are laws and policies banning black hairstyles. Black hair that just naturally comes out of our head, and it is just the way it is. But for some reason, due to colonialism and white supremacy, we have...
Bro, the more you look into this racism stuff, man, what the fuck?
Done. And underneath this post, there are Samoans who are proud that he has a pe'a. There are Samoans who are praising him for representing Samoan culture. Now, there are no laws and policies banning Samoan
We're ending hair discrimination, the Crown Act.
Tattoos, but there are laws and policies banning black hairstyles. Black hair that just naturally comes out of our head, and it is just the way it is. But for some reason, due to colonialism and white supremacy, we have to create laws in order to protect black hairstyles. Now, my only critique is that it's in Playboy, and that is kind of in bad taste too, where it's Samoan culture and Playboy they don't really match. It's not a mix. It doesn't go together. Now, one thing I need the Samoan community to recognize is that you're dealing with the commercialization of your culture. Now, because we live in a capitalist free market society, namely in the West, there's no laws banning people from selling things of different cultures. There's no laws banning people from commodifying sacred things in regards to other people's cultures and making a profit from it. So the issue doesn't lie with Viren or Tomasi Suluape. The issue lies within Samoan people accepting money and gifts and handing off our Messina to outsiders, in which they commercialize Samoan tattoos, in which they allow themselves, even as Samoan tattoo artists,
these days, huh?
to give it to different people. So it's not with Viren, it's not with Tomasi, it's with our own people. That's where the issue lies.
Okay, there's a huge discourse happening right now on Polynesian TikTok, and I'm, thank God, finally finding my people. And I'm going to take a different route. I don't want to talk to Polynesian people. I want to talk to Black folks right now. So if you are a Black person that engages with Polynesian content creators, I want to give you a warning. And further, I'd like to invite you to a call to action of making sure that you are following Polynesian content creators that are not racist. Because there are a lot of people in my community that are racist. They are anti-Black and they are just blatantly racist. They will harvest your likes, they will harvest your content, they will cosplay Black folks, and then they will literally make content and say things like, rest in peace to CK. Wow. And as far as I'm aware, and anybody else who has half a brain, Black folks run TikTok. Like, you guys are the engine behind the machine. We appreciate your culture just like so many of you appreciate ours. I just know from my standpoint, I want to take a protective standpoint of Black folks anytime I'm in space with them. And that means even for my own people, if that's what it has to be. When we talk about allyship and we talk about building across bridges, you cannot say that you are an ally if you are not protecting people from folks that you know are actively harming their communities. And I love Black folks down. I have been, lucky enough to be loved by so many Black women in my youth that helped me through homelessness, helped me through domestic violence, who have really just uplifted and taken care of me all my life. And I don't feel like I'm doing any of you justice if I allow you to continue to give your money, give your attention, and give your time to people who would quite literally walk away from you if something was happening to you. I will say there are so many people in my community that are not entrenched in and indoctrinated in this way.
That makes so much sense, though. Like, and we do, and maybe it's because we as Black people, we do got good hearts, bro. We just support everybody. That's just what we do. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it do be crazy. Like the ones that you support, like won't have your back like that. Or you feel me, or have weird things to say about you. That should be, it make you go, oh, okay. Us, we just go, oh, okay, yeah, no more support.
Way of thinking, and they are doing the work. There are so many people that are doing the work, that are talking on platforms, that are raising their children differently. And I want to commend those Polynesian or Pacifica people that are doing that, because the work is hard. Our whole identity is built in community, and to have to walk away from that is one of the hardest things that you will ever have to do, because you have to walk away from the exact thing that everybody loves about us. The fact that we are tight, that we do love each other down, that we are still, practicing our culture. But I will say that if you are one of those people that are on here, there is community out here for you. And connect, like, let's continue to connect with each other.
But you say ain't connected with them. You saying that, nah, it ain't cool.
Polynesians are racist, period. Especially the older generation. Polynesians would want you to date within, and that's with every culture. But I think it's more open. My husband, he is Black, and my kids are half Black. And majority of my mom's side of the family, they do date black men. And then, of course, my dad's side, it's a mixture of Tongan, white. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of mixture. But I think it's just dating outside of your race gives you a better understanding of other people's cultures, giving you a better understanding of perspectives, um, and then as well as trying to educate your parents or your family members um, in the ways that they say things.
I think every race kind of goes through that because we have belief systems that came from of old, like don't become unevenly yoked, and you know like if you go back in the Bible, like when they were running into certain places, the Israelites, they weren't able to take any of the artifacts that came from those people because like once you start mixing in, this is why I want to watch that the TV show, the Samoan TV show that they came out with, of how they got mixed in with everybody. Because if you watch the Vikings, that's what it reminds me of. And you watch the Vikings go to all these different places and conquer all these different places, and as they're conquering them, they start to see that the world is different. Everybody is not, their belief systems are different. Like the Vikings, they're basically fighting, because they believe like in battle, if you die, you go to Valhalla and all these different things. And then when they get over and they start fighting these Christians, they see they have a different belief system. But that belief system that they had, it opened the minds of the Vikings to where now they're going, dang, wait, hold on. Like, I kind of want to live a different life. Like, hold on, like maybe this ain't the right way. It made them like question themselves. And like over time, you see this in a lot of stories like Caligula. Like you'll see it in a lot of different historical stories of kings or rulers going to different lands and then switching up because now they're seeing a whole different lifestyle being played out different than theirs.
Because they don't know that what they say is sometimes racial.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so having that conversation and having a better understanding of that is great too. But yeah, sometimes I do see Polynesians are racist, period.
The Michael, he seems like a cool guy. I don't know, he can't really dress, but other than that,
he didn't make an impression with me at all. Like not a good or a bad. I don't even remember him.
Neutral. Okay,
yeah.
JJ.
Michael's got a twinkle in his eye. He's a young man, and I'd have to see more, but he seemed very open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like Mike. Well, okay, I'm going to say that he's looks like he's native Texas, and being from Texas, I would have to support that. But I don't like him on the fact that he's black. Absolutely not.
David?
Please.
And I knew this was going to come. I don't like him because he's black.
Are you even serious
I
right
have a
now?
thing, I'm a minority, but I got a problem with
I was
black
gonna
people.
say.
I have
Hold on. You're like a minority yourself.
Absolutely.
We rode in yesterday together, so I'm to assume, based on what you just said, that you don't like me because I'm black?
I'm talking in a general sense here, but the fact is...
General sense, how much more general than you can be? You're sitting in a car with somebody, you're riding in it, you said it, you opened it up.
Am I?
You did that.
Okay, let me tell you this.
You must be out of your...
It doesn't matter if we rode in or not. It doesn't matter. I don't know you from anybody, okay?
You
we share the same
out of your
cab,
mind to say
but
something
you know what?
like that.
My personal beliefs and my personal experience, I don't like them. I never have, and I never will.
What is it about?
Wow. Yeah, for a minority, for a Samoan dude, yeah, Polynesian, whatever he is, well, would be the same thing. But I'm just saying, for him to just blatantly say that, but this is, and I'm not mad at him. This is how they feel. This is how they think. You feel me? It's just like, I think it'd be better like this when you let us know. Like, if that's how you feel, yeah, say it. So we just know not to deal with you. Like, because like this shit like this don't even make me mad. It don't get me angry. I remember like in the beginning seeing all this shit, it don't get me angry because I'm like going, dang, we act like this ain't been going on. Somebody said that too. They said like, we act like we new to this shit. No, we're not new to this. You feel me? We all just played a blind eye and you know, and just kept going about our day. You feel me? We knew it was happening, but it's something that you just too much don't talk about. But it's like, now say it. You know, if you don't like black people or you have a problem, just say that shit. Get it out the way in the beginning, so we just know not to fuck with you. Like, we won't even be mad at you or get mad and go. It ain't even gotta be none of that. It's just like, man, I don't like your people. Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. You feel me? That's cool. Like, but I'm not gonna go and hate all your people because of you or what you are or what you doing. You feel me? Like, that shit is crazy, bro. But I gotta play that one more time right there.
Then you're sitting in a car with somebody, you're riding in it, you said it, you opened it up.
Am I?
You did that.
Okay, let me tell you this.
You must
be
out of your...
It doesn't matter if we wrote in or not. It doesn't matter. I don't know you from anybody, okay? We share the same
out of your mind to say
but
something
you know what?
like that.
My personal beliefs and my personal experience, I don't like them. I never have, and I never will.
What is it about black people that you don't like?
This ought to be good.
Yeah, I'm strapping in for this one.
Yeah, well, strap tight.
You might want to strap me in for this one.
Well, the thing is, you know, based on the experience and the people I've worked with, where I come from, I'm sick and tired of people thinking, specifically I am mentioning black people, thinking we owe them something, that the world owes them something. I'm totally opposed to affirmative action. Where are you from? I don't want people to give me a job just because I'm brown. I want people to know that I have the credentials. You know, Polynesians don't have a BET. We don't get all pissed off when we don't have an NAACP that comes and...
You don't know. First off, I just want to know where you're from.
I grew up on the islands.
Where?
Overseas.
Overseas, and there's no black people over there?
Where overseas? Like, what islands? What are you talking
Near the Hawaiian Islands.
The Polynesian Islands.
I'm a Polynesian, yes.
When did you come to America?
And I live in the South. There are plenty of black people there, and I had quite the opportunity to be able to work with these people. And you know what? No, I won't.
That is so and ill-informed and so stupid. Even if you didn't believe it, you think I'm going to stand up here and say,
Yeah, it's more than hate. I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. That shit is just all the way weird. And this is the thing that makes me mad. Well, I'm not mad, but it just like kind of throws me off. It's like, okay, this is happening. And then, okay, I see why we didn't talk about it. Because when we do, people get angry when you bring this up and you show this. And it's like, well, why you gotta, it's like, what the fuck? Like, see, when you're on the other side to where your people is doing this thing, like, it's okay. Like, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I said, like, think about this. Look at your family, right? Everybody has good and bad people in their family. You can have somebody good in your family, but everybody don't really like them because they're not the cool person. Then you can have somebody bad in your family that just, you know, do all kind of drugs, be doing bad shit, be an alcoholic, be doing all kind of shit. And everybody still respects that person because they put that person above everybody else. That person was like almost like, you know, the walking monument of the family or something. And they'll put that person above everybody else. It don't matter what they're doing bad. It don't matter. It's just they favor that person despite what they doing. So they'll turn a blind eye to what that person is doing. And will never say nothing bad about that person. But then if they see the one that is actually a good person doing something that they consider, or, you know, it might be, they might have a drink and they'll go around telling people, oh, hey, man, that motherfucker, you know, he an alcoholic, he just be drinking all the time and this and that. But then the person that they so-called have love for, that they respect more, the bad person, they could drink, do drugs, smoke crack around them or whatever. And they'll act like it's not even happening. They'll act like they're oblivious to it. Like, this is the thing that trips me out. Like, if you think I'm not telling the truth, go around your people and see. And go see. You got, like, you know, like, each one of us got uncles and aunties, cousins, or whatever, that people put some of them on a pedestal, even though they're bad or they do bad shit all the time. They still get a certain amount of respect that this other good person that don't do nothing. I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying they don't do nothing wrong. They don't get that same respect. It'd be like kind of weird, bro. That's what be getting me about this shit, bro. But I'm just saying, just peep it out.
Not going to give some money to somebody because they're white. I mean, you know, some things are better left unsaid. That would be your choice. Rather than have people really realize what an idiot you are. Now, I know, I mean, you are. That is just the most stupid thing. You know, and we, you know, we meet in the car and we say, hey, we're going to be friends after this. Don't take anything personally. I do take that personally. I do think it's...
And this is... Okay, now, yeah, you know what I'm talking about with that. I'm telling you. This is another thing. This is why I make these videos, because you just heard what he said. Like, bro, I rode in the car with you. We talked. I'm looking at us as friends. But in the back of your mind, you don't even like black people at all. At all. But you'll come around and you'll play the role like you do. And then I guarantee you, once you get home, you're going to be talking shit. This is why we make these videos right here. So you can be aware that sometimes, even though you're a nice person, because of your skin tone, people just not going to like you. Even when they act like they do. They going to act like they do in order to be cool at the moment. But some people just don't. Some people just deep down inside, they just racist.
Offensive. I mean, the only way that we're going to survive as a people is that we work together and we understand that if there's one person that's oppressed, if there's one person that's judged, and I don't mean as a people, as black people, I mean as a people who live here on this earth. If there's one woman that's oppressed, if there's one child that's abused, if there's one person that's discriminated against based on some superficial bull, you know, then we're not going to make it.
Get a grip, man, on how the world really works.
Okay, said, get a grip on how the world really works. I'm going to tell you this, bro. Ain't no getting along. Bro, yeah, that's like, it wouldn't be different lion sets. It wouldn't be, like, lions don't even get along with other dang, bro, this shit throwing me off. Other lions, they different what's names don't get along. They different packs don't get along. All ants don't get along. I'm telling you, despite what anybody think, this is going to be some shit that's just part of reality that is never going to change. It's just not. You're going to always have people like this till the end. So, it's like, what do we do about it? Because it's not going to change. It's going, like, I don't care what happens. If Jesus came down right now, it's not going to change. Because people believe in Jesus. And they believe in racism at the same time. And they'll use Jesus as a standpoint to keep their racism going. People believe in God. They say don't stop them from being racist. It just strengthens their racism. Like, it strengthens, like, religion strengthens their race. It makes it stronger. Because now they have the one and only, nobody is above, backing their racism. And they can go in their books and see it and go, look, right here, say it's okay. I'm just saying, bro, this shit is weird.
You're talking about those Polynesians, they're not black. I think he means Melanesians, but it gets better. They just superficially retain some black features because their ancestors never left the tropics. Well, so that would make them black people then. How do you think the other black people are black? What do you think blackness is?
I'm going to tell you, though. One thing that I like about watching these videos, I ain't heard them say African not once, huh? They didn't say African, they said black. This lets you know black and African is two totally different things. Two totally different things, bro. Black and African, two totally different things.
You know, every time I bring up the oppression within the black community, whether it be like homophobia, misogynoir, sexism, patriarchy, I always got a motherfucker telling me I'm not black. It never fails. And it's really comical because not only am I someone who does not have to do the whole, oh my god, look at my black parents, because I just never in my life has anyone ever assumed I was anything but it's also very embarrassing for y'all, because when I try to bring up the oppression within the black community, your go-to is to excommunicate me from my community, from our community. And I'm gonna look into it perplexes me because you know who else does that whenever they get critiqued about their oppression and their privilege within a community? They remove people and don't want to listen to them. White people. And that's how you guys are acting. How embarrassing.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? If you start looking at a lot of like mixed people like that, well, I'm not going to say mixed, when they mix with black people, if you notice, why do they look like a whole nother race? Like you could take a black person, mix it with a Mexican, and the baby would come out looking like Asian or something. You're like this would be the weirdest thing to me. It's like, how come two black mixed with any other race can make a whole nother race of people, and it'll look like they that people? Like Samoans do it too, though. Samoans, they're like, this shit is weird.
To all my Polynesians, when did you realize that we did not like darker people?
This is actually a family story. Oh, don't mind my 2 nails. I'm gonna redo them. So when I was like 3 years old, my mother made a joke and said she was gonna throw me in the trash. Like, as a joke, like, I'm gonna throw you away. And my grandfather was around and he lost it, like literally lost it, could not handle it. Was like, don't ever say that, blah, blah. Because my grandfather, my Native Hawaiian Kanaka grandfather, my tutu was thrown away in the trash as an infant by his mother because he was too dark.
What the, like, wait, hold on. I'm telling you, just remind me of my, like, that's why I be like, man, we talk to our elders, you be hearing some of the craziest black stories, like the train thing, you know, the kids on the train coming from down south, coming to California. You feel me? Kids on the train crying they just throw them off. They didn't stop the train, they just throw them off. And she's saying, dang, that I think the grandma put in the garbage can because they had dark skin. Like they were thrown away because their skin was dark. Which is a wild thing, because you know you see this in when you look at ancient history. That was things that they would do to kids, to children. Like if they were born and like they were certain things, bro, they'd just get rid of them. They'd set them out. They'll just put them out in the woods or anything. You remember when they talk about Moses getting put in the damn thing and pushed down the stream? And then, like, I always talk about Vikings, so that show be having me how when was it Floki? It was one of them had the kid, and the kid, what's the name? Ragnarok. He had the son, and the son had the messed up legs. And did you see what he did? He took him out the crib while the mama was asleep, and he went and he put him out by the river, because he was trying to get rid of him. Like, nah, the people can't see this. Like, but this is one of the things they used to do way back in the days. You came out dark, and you wanted you're not gonna make it. You can't be part of you're trash. Throw them away.
Fully Hawaiian woman with a fully Hawaiian man, except for a little bit Chinese, made a fully Hawaiian child, basically. And because we're dark people, she didn't like that. So she literally threw him out, and he was like adopted by his auntie and raised by her. I'm not joking about it. Like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, he was thrown out. No, he was thrown away in the trash.
That's crazy, because you know how many times, like after I did that live, and my auntie said that about getting thrown off the train. When I talked to him, I called her and my mama like 5 times afterwards to make it clear. Wait, hold on. You got to clear it up for me. You mean they will throw you off the train? It's like, yeah. I said, the train to stop though, right? No. What about the parents? What about them? No. Black kids thrown off the train. And I'm like going, damn. So she said she cried all the way. But picture this. You being born into a Samoan or Polynesian family, and then bam, you too dark. They throw you in the trash. Like then the other family got to raise you.
To all my Polynesians, when did you realize that we did not like darker people?
All my life. All my life. That's when I knew. For example, this is my mom, and this is my dad, and this was back when they were dating in Tonga. So they're both Tongan, and I'm full Tongan. So growing up, people would always make comments about my dad being dark and how he's lucky to find my mom because she's fair, blah, 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 blah. Like, regardless of whether my mom is fair or not, she's still beautiful. So that doesn't even mean anything. And my dad is still handsome, so I don't understand. And what really pissed me off growing up was when people would be like, oh, I thought you would be darker. Child, girl.
Didn't the prophets heal the sick, heal the disabled, heal the blind? Blind is disabled. Not everybody got thrown away. It's not that different. You know what's crazy though, right? Because I still feel like I'm gonna just be real, bro. I feel like we are still Stone Age type people. Like we like live in the Stone Age. Like we are Stone Age minds. We're like caveman minded people still, because we hold on to beliefs that we know is not. It's impossible. We hold on to the impossible beliefs. You feel me? Like ain't nobody walking around here healing no blind people. Ain't nobody out walking around healing no, you feel me, no people with no messed up arms or messed up limbs, and no. It's not a thing. Why do we do that though? Like we believe that back then, when we know the lifestyle that they lived back then was way crazier than now, we still believe back then that they were able to actually heal people. This is why we still fall for healers right today. Like I seen this lady that was going around running a little thing to where she was, giving people plant medicines in order to heal them of cancer. And then when they go with her, they were actually good for the time that they were there. And then once they go home, you feel me? Because I think it got to do a lot with the mind and the way the mind works and the way your body works with your mind. Because they were still good while they were there, but once they went home after a few weeks or whatever, they passed away. And the lady got in trouble because it's like, but we'll have this belief system to where we think these people can heal us. And it's like, bro, we know this, it's impossible. We know it's impossible. Like, how come, like, as far as we came today as people, we'll go do our research on America and what America is and different Africa and all these different things. But how come we don't do our research on religion? How come we just sit with the belief that we're given and we don't go and research it and try to see where it actually came from and see how it changed and see what happened with it over time? How come we just accept it? We accept it and we just run with it, and then we go and we pass it on to other people. It's like, why don't we actually go and like do our homework and find out where many of these things come from? Where the understanding of where the devil comes from, where Jesus comes from, where even the understanding of God itself derived from. Why like we don't go and do that kind of research? We'll just take on a belief system and then we'll just pass it on because it was given to us by, our parents or whatever. But we don't, that's the one thing we don't go and then once we start seeing the truth of it, we don't like to talk about it, because when you do, people feel attacked when you're talking about their religion. And it's like, I'm not talking about your religion. I'm just saying the history of your religion. That's the problem right there. The history of it. How did it become what it is today? Because, people, when you bring up evolution and you go, well, evolution, people go, oh, that's the Darwin theory. We came from, no, I'm not saying we came from monkeys or the Darwin theory. No, what I'm saying is everything evolves. There's nothing on this planet that don't evolve. Even our thoughts, even everything that we got evolved. Cars don't look like they did when they first came out. phones don't look like they did when they first came out. Don't nothing that we create from a computer to a computer screen to a TV screen, anything that we ever created and generated evolved over time to become what it is today. Belief systems. This is what I was saying about when they were talking about the war movie from the Samoans and all that from that they did. The evolution of the belief system that we have. That's why I got to go watch that TV show, because I want to see what happened, because they said it's kind of graphic too. But what I'm saying is everything evolved. Even religion itself has evolved into what it is today. And when you go and you start looking, you start seeing that as places got conquered, they took on different religious beliefs. If I ran over there and I conquered your shit, oh yeah, I'm taking yours, because your people going to become my slaves. So when they become my slaves, I have to add a little bit of your belief system into mine in order so they can still have their understanding or still have their thing, but it'll be intertwined into my belief system. And over time, this will have, I said, that's why China's so dope, because China will be able to rewrite everything. They'll write everybody out the books and put who they want. And it always and they show us this and we still don't get it. Let me put it like this. Black Panther. Remember Black Panther when the Jordan dude, I keep forgetting his name, when he was in it and he was going up against Black Panther, and remember he went and he took the little plant shit and he drank it and he was able to go into the spirit world, talk to his dad and all that shit. When he came out, what did he say? They said, okay, now what do you want us to do? He said, burn all this shit. Burn it all. Burn, we not even doing this no more. This little journey into the spirit world and all that shit, no, that was the last one right there. Burn all of it. Get rid of all of it. Because over time of him, if he would have ruled, that ceremony right there would have been done away with. It wouldn't even existed anymore. And this is what we did over time. Each time, look, Cleopatra, her library, different things. When people ran in and they came and conquered, bro, they burnt all that shit. They burnt it all. They got rid of it. They got rid of it over time. It's like, trying to come into a new belief system. The shit is crazy, but I apologize. I gotta go. I don't want to be rambling. I gotta get on though, because I got stuff to do. But I thank y'all for watching. And as I be doing these videos, I don't do the videos in order to make us hate people, because that's the last thing I want to do. I ain't got no hate for nobody. I just want to, it's awareness to me, because a lot of these things I didn't know. And it's kind of weird when you walk around not knowing, okay, certain people don't, look at you like you're even a person. But you look at everybody else like they people and you treat them accordingly. And then these people, it's like, what the fuck, bro? That shit is just kind of crazy to me. Like, a lot of this stuff, I didn't even know it was a thing. But I'm glad I'm starting to see, because now I see why being around certain people and how they acted over time. I'm going, oh, this is why this person was like this. Was like, kind of distant in a way, like untrustworthy. Like, they looking at me like they couldn't trust me, because they had all these different feelings just about black people in general. That, and then I ain't here to fucking break the ice and try to make them go, oh, well, this is why you should. Like I don't give a fuck if you don't like us or not. Just tell us. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if you like me or not. It's not gonna make me dislike a whole race of people or hate all your people just because of your one person or that person or shit, half of their actions. Because that's going to make me like you. And why do I want to walk around with the anger you got? That angry racism, why do I want to walk around with that? I don't want that. Let them keep that shit, bro. I ain't going to hold you. Let them keep that shit. They can have it. I hope they keep it. You feel me? They aging faster. They dying faster. Let them keep that rage. But just let us know. That's all I say. Let us know. You feel me? So we just go, oh, shit. I know not to fuck with them no more. That's it. It's that easy. You feel me? Don't even got to be no back and forth or none of that. Just hey, I don't like you. Oh, yeah, like dude said, I just don't like black people. Oh, okay, I get, all right, yeah. So, damn, that whole time you was faking it. Like, we rode in the cab and everything. You was just faking it, acting like you was cool because we was doing a show or something. I don't know. That shit, people was weird as hell. But, and assuming because someone isn't white that they don't hate you. That's true, John. That is true. I hate and from where I come from, I don't hate to say it, but that is so true. That is so true. Just because they're not white don't mean that they don't like you. And that's what we used to think. But now we're starting to see, no. A lot of people just don't like blackness. And, I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. I'm all right with that. I'm good over here, but I'm just saying, thanks y'all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see y'all next time.